Wow, I'm talking through the beginning of me starting the VOD. Anyway, so today I was looking at my subscriptions on the old YouTubes, and there was a new video from the channel Slow Start, which it did a video about Axe doing this promotion of sending people into space. And Bastard reminded me of a commercial that they had with this fucking chocolate man, and it was this horrible CGI thing. Obviously, when I call him a bastard, I don't mean it in an inappropriate way. I'm kidding. I'm pretending to be more upset about it than I actually am. Although, I would like that memory removed somehow if I can. Does anybody have a drill that they could use in my brain? That'd be nice. Okay, but do you have scan? Do you have black magic? You have level 3 black magic. You have blue magic, so you're theoretically close to scan. I'm sorry, I remembered what I'm dealing with after this boss. After this level, rather. And I'm just sort of like, hey, it might be nice to have an actual way to deal with that. And, right, because the Excalibur is technically the highest strength weapon out of this entire set. The game's gonna automatically tell you to use that. Well, Butts, enjoy using your Goblin Punch on everything. Be fair? I don't know where I'm going with that. Butts. Do none of you have scan? WTPF? Okay, yeah, I must have literally only gotten scan for Lena, which is a very strange thing to do. But, okay. Butts. Oh, wait, sorry. Yeah, we'll keep that. And we can just go through the rest of the pyramid like this, I suppose. God, this place is long, and the encounters no longer are formed of enemies that die in single hits quite as frequently. The Brand Lamia, which I believe is supposed to be the Lamia Queen or something. Very odd way to translate that, but hey. I'm not the person who's responsible. I'd say blame Ted Woolsey. It's not actually Ted Woolsey. Oh, you count as undead, huh? So at least I assume that is usually the cause of drain going backwards. Is that that's pretty much restricted for undead enemies. So I could cast Revive at it until it actually works. After I get through the RNG gate. It wouldn't actually work. Alright, well. Here, you know what? Let's try doing it, and, somebody got hurt earlier, I think, but I forget who. And numbers happen at the end of turn. Yeah, I told you. Cast Rise, and it works immediately. Raise, pardon me. And it's worth full EXP, unlike in, like, FF5, FF9, or FF10, where doing like, various sort of trickier types of instant kills don't give you the full everything. For example, if you throw a soft at a Stroper in FF9, it doesn't give you jack shit. We learned that a couple of years ago when I played FF9 on this channel. It's a pretty good game. I swear it is. Why don't you believe me? It's not a game I would necessarily recommend to, like, Final Fantasy newcomers. More because... Oh yeah, that's what happens when you Excalibur somebody. More because a lot of the references and shit will not necessarily be things that a newcomer will understand. And FF9 is obsessed with nostalgia for the rest of the series in a way that, quite frankly, doesn't happen otherwise until FF14. Like, yeah, all of the other Final Fantasy games are full of throwbacks. FF5, in fact, also is at least partially grounded in having throwbacks to previous FF games, because it was sort of a 5th anniversary thing, and they were like, let's see how far we've come type of idea, right? I say that like I'm expecting an answer, sorry. But it was, basically. That's the important part. And I forget what my "and" was going to be there, sorry. So, I guess at least they're like all going at once, but also, man, let my ATB bar be free or something. I forgot what I was saying, I apologize. It happens to me all the time. Oh god. So, since FF5 was full of a lot of throwbacks, and it was this sort of like, let's see how the series has changed sort of thing, at least on some level. Not entirely, obviously. Some joker is going to come in here and be like, actually. And then I have to remember that I can't actually give people a swirly through the TV screen here. Or whatever you're watching this on, I don't know. Smart fridge or something. But, you know, FF9 really is the game that is, I think, up to that point, the most full of things that are specifically throwbacks to previous FF games, and it's very unapologetic about it. So I don't know that it's a great way to get into the series for a newcomer, because a lot of it will just be like, it'll go over your heads, but it's a pretty good game to replay later. I feel like a lot of my favorites are kind of like not necessarily the best entry points to the series. Because think about it, we got this game, which is so full of stuff, just in general. And all of these unusual interactions and things that you can learn about. That, I mean, maybe for someone who hasn't had the part of their brain reshaped to be like, don't experiment ever. But also, there's a lot of stuff where it's very outside of what you would expect. And hey, we get a first strike against these dudes. That's awesome. So I'm just gonna hit him with the big stuff. Which in this case, Fire 3 apparently counts as a good choice to use on these rock statues, but I'm just guessing, really. I think they do actually have an elemental weakness, and I can't remember what it is, so that's on me. I'm dumb. Guys? I saw the bars just lock, and then they were like, oh, well, we don't feel like it yet. Okay. Okay. Anyway, what was I... I'm not completely sure what my whole point here was, except to point out that, man, that commercial that I was reminded of was fucking horrifying. Thank you very much to the world in general. What a choice that was. We're beating up the same snake that we've seen several times before. At least it's only a group of one, so I don't have to really think about it very much. It apparently is also an undead enemy, so I could probably be hurting it with healing spells, but instead I'm just gonna go for the Gunch. Now, if only I could actually remember to input Gunch every time Butts was up to bat here. And you know what, Ferris, you also do your Goblin impression here. So that way you don't accidentally use a dance that's a drain move and then give it some of your HP, and I get to go, for fuck's sakes, Ferris. You got 2 left feet and both of them are your fucking peg leg. Jesus. I don't know, I just work here or something. I just keep bonking the snake on the head. This is exactly the way you're supposed to handle a snake, right? Just punch it in the face over and over. Just keep punching it in its snout, right? To establish dominance. Get out of here! And give me your... no actual money. Isn't that a mood? Nope. Do that correctly, you fool. I'm still slightly muddled because of playing multiple of these different games that are semi-different, but more that they have such different controls. So thanks a lot, whoever's decision that was. Yeah, but you have managed to make this very confusing for me, and I don't need the help being confused. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I finally remembered to sign up for a Proton account today. I need to remember to, like, properly de-Google all of my shit. Because Google can go to hell. And just cast. Oh god. Raise. And cure. And we whiffed one of them, but at least we did a little bit of damage with cure. Technically, it wasn't a wasted turn. It's clobbering time. It's a lot better than some of the other options. Enjoying Proton, you're paying the $20 a month for the expanded features. So I don't know anything about the expanded features. How expanded are we? That sounds rather filthy. How expanded are we talking here? I'm just going for the free account because I want a place where I can have some non-Google attached objects of that type of variety of, you know, it would be a good place to have an email inbox away from Gmail as they continue to inflict AI shit on people more and very you know, doing it a little bit suddenly as well. I'm actually not necessarily specifically signed up for it for the VPN, although that wouldn't be a bad idea because the VPN is just kind of always useful. Just by virtue of the fact that, like, I think some people probably, you know, a lot of stupid people just sort of still associate VPNs with being like, oh, you're gonna do something shady with that, when it's like, no, it's just helpful to be able to access things in different parts of the world, right? Because fuck that licensing horse shit and or whatever else is responsible for it. Although, yeah, you absolutely can do things in a VPN with theoretically less being tracked by your ISP. Or you sure would like to hope. Although always be a little bit, you know, judicious in figuring out which VPN you're working with. For example, a while back, Discord was offering a VPN for use with Discord. And I just gotta say, I ain't trust like that. Not that I necessarily want to go too hard on like, oh yeah, Discord are like super slime balls, although, I mean, really, they're not exactly making me disagree with that assessment lately. For reasons. I.e. the fact that they're going to be starting back up age verification. I also think that recent moderation-related decisions were probably made with the usage of being automated by a machine, which is just kind of bad. Say whatever you wish to about any sort of reference to AI. It's not even about that necessarily. It's just like, hey, automated moderation, bad choice. And that's how you get some horrible misapplications. Apparently they fixed it though, but I'll talk about that later, I suppose. But yeah, I guess I'd probably look into that at some point, just because, hey, VPN, useful. Helps you access stuff that sometimes is restricted due to, like... And I'm talking about shit that is just inaccessible via the YouTubes or other media posting sites, because for some reason it's on there, but it's only accessible in certain other countries. Not necessarily the most common thing, but again, useful. So I will take that under consideration. More storage and more addresses probably are variable in terms of how important they are to me. I guess it depends on how much I see I use in terms of storage for anything that I'm going to put on Proton. Excuse me. Because, I mean, certainly I don't need it for, like, any sort of web hosting. It'd more be for, like, putting up shit that would usually be in Google Docs. So it'd be smart for me to put scripts and things there. You know, things that I like to be able to work on the go. And also stuff like lists of games that I've streamed. And that... What's in that door at the top? Oh, jeez. Oh, I'd like to avoid dealing with this if I could. Yeah, you gotta hold the top shoulder buttons, I see. I can't use the triggers. That's a little unfortunate. More expensive than generic Lamia, but also higher quality. Yes, exactly. Although, goodness knows, we are full of them in this pyramid. This pyramid is sponsored by somebody. This pyramid has been sponsored by Raycon. Oh, they're weak to ice. Okay, good to know. That's super easy. I basically don't have to do anything in this battle anymore. Hooray! This pyramid is sponsored by NordVPN. Wait. The pyramid sponsored by PayPal Honey. Oh god. Terrible idea. Anyway. Congratulations, I've officially forgotten everything I was going to say. Sometimes I just get into a bit so far and then it's just like, oh yeah, my brain fell out. Cool. I love it when this happens, except for all the ways in which I don't. Are there any other encounters on this floor? Like, what are we doing here? We're continuing to just use Goblin Punch, and that's mostly just that way I can cycle to Ice 3 instead of using a block effect instead. Like, why am I doing this? Oh, right. Oh, right. See, this is the great thing, is that I don't even mean to end up in a grinding situation, yet I do anyway. A grinding situation, that sounds questionable. Well, it wouldn't be the first time I said something that was, a little bit on the questionable side. Oh, we've got Nile here. We got Nile, try to fill in the joke. Do. Right, that's the... I was gonna say, Nile is the stone, not the thing in the back. I remember that's called Pyramidia. You may be saying that name is literally right in front of you. What do you mean, remembered? I forgot what was attached to what name, but for some reason, this clone of a thing that the game really wanted us to think was a stingray is here. There's a certain strategy that you can use on these enemies, and I don't remember what it was, so don't expect me to actually do it. On the other hand, at least they're, like, non-durable enough, which is impressive for something made of rock. That I can just do that. Well, alright. Should have known better. That's what I get for doing something like that. Okay, they appear to be weak to lightning. That is helpful information for the future. God, could we get at least one party of enemies where they share a weakness, though? I know, what do I think this is? A video game that's significantly easier? And the answer apparently is yes, but I digress. Okay, we have no... We have no ice nor thunder blue magic as far as I'm aware. It's just fire. Well, let's chuck out a couple of bolts at this guy, and that did the job nicely. Excellent. Okay, we got some doors around here. Can we go through any of these walls? Well, I see a hidden item off in the abyss over there. Actually, what am I doing? I have a highlighting ability for butts that I can use. That's right. Just have Ferris do a couple of ice stews real quick. In theory, that should do something for us. Yeah, I mean, honestly, butts, you're not casting a whole lot of black magic just yet. So where's our secret? There we go. You can find hidden rooms, you claim. Well, there's our path to our first monster. God damn it, man. He gets tricked by the fucking monster in a box again. A box. Alright. Let's do some scatter shots here. I think they resist fire. Here, I'm gonna split things up in terms of element to see if, you know, try to fish for a weakness finding here, you know? And so far it looks like the answer is nah. How do you guys like bio? Will that make you guys all kind of like throw up? No, it won't. Fuck. Well, cool. And then I forget that he was equipped with Excalibur. Whoopsie. Well, now that I've just reset the entire progress on the fight like a fucking moron. It's just do things this way. Oh, good. At least those two can clear this in a couple of turns. Bonk that guy real quick. And just keep bopping him on the noggin and fail to make much forward progress. Oh, well. Yeah, butts just keep doing stuff like that. Ow. Whoops. I didn't know that I wouldn't have a chance to actually heal after that, but that's fine. We got the Earth Hammer, which is possibly useful. It is, however, an axe, despite being called a hammer, so there's a bit of an asterisk there, you know? As you can see, we've just been, like, absolutely annihilating our collection of ethers here. But hey, that's why you buy huge amounts of consumable items. Is so that way you can just absolutely shit on a dungeon like this. Alright, let's chuck out some Ice 3. Ice 2, yeah. If only that did enough damage to kill the thing. Hey, but that is enough damage to kill the entire group. Fuck yeah. Good job, Kryl. You are carrying the weight of the entire party here. You truly do have Galoof's ancestry, don't you? Louis Galoof Toys, right? Wait. One shot of Ice 2, the single target, is not quite enough to get a kill, so at that point, I think Ice 1 is probably even more efficient, because we do pretty good damage with that Goblin Punch and the other Goblin Punch. There is some sort of trick behind getting optimal damage out of Goblin Punch, and I don't remember what it is, so... For anyone who's expecting me to tell you how to punch good, well, bad news. Oh, okay. I didn't think we could actually go up that way in this case. I just would have assumed it to be, like, enclosed, basically. That would take me up to the next floor or something. Let's take a look at what we got about FF5 Goblin Punch. With a level equal to the casters. Okay. Look at these goofballs. Not even having enough mana to do the thing they want to do. Were these guys weak to bolts? I don't remember. Either way, honestly, I'm just kind of trying to be as frugal about this as possible, and it's becoming my undoing a little bit. Looks really silly just faced away like that. Bonk! That doesn't have a place we can go. Ah, heck. Well, that's an interesting room design. Okay, then. I gotta be a little bit faster than that, I guess. Take that instead for now. Oh, no you don't, game. You don't make me deal with this shit. I said you don't make me deal with this shit. Oh my god, maybe you do make me deal with this shit. Oh boy. Oh, I hate this fucking enemy. I hate the fucking Zephyrus. It's awful. I thought that was Kryl for some reason because I wasn't reading the commands. Here, can you, like, turn him around? Yes. Good. Okay. That's the important part. Okay, I think that means the Zephyr Zone is weak to fire, at least, so that's good to know. Because it would be back road, so it would take half damage. Blink. Oh, piss off. And now it's taking no damage from fire. Okay. Alright. Are you still immune to fire for some reason? No, you just only take, like, that much damage from it. Okay. Huh. Well, good to know. Let's put ourselves here for the moment. Nice, we got a ribbon. That's always a good thing to get in an FF game. However, a random battle, not so much. Please don't be... Oh, fuck off. 2 of them and a back attack. I mean, you probably deal with it, but still, I don't want to. I just want to be out of here. I'm so tired of the goddamn dungeon. Ugh. Got a hair ornament. Very non-specific. Protect ring. Nice. This is the side that we wish to be on. Perhaps it doesn't matter. Hell, either way. Another monster in the chest. Please be the easy one. It is 4 dams. At least I still have mana. So that way I can do some area damage, and I will be slightly less annoyed about my life. Oh shit, Kryl is about to die. Let's fix that. And unfortunately our Goblin Punch didn't do enough damage to get a kill. So that's a shame, but these things' HP should be kind of lowish. At least some of them. Bonk. Bonk. Bonk's Adventure. Everything in this shit-ass pyramid just fucking drains your HP if you hit it with a draining move. God, this really is just the location of, hey, don't use the dancing dagger, idiot. Yet the game is just auto-equipping it to me every time. And yet I never go back and fix it. Hooray! We got more dark matter for... Why? Then again, I'm also, like, absolutely loaded with those anyway, to an extent that I think is unusual, so... Maybe I'm the one who's the weirdo here, but... Oh! Hey, Butts, real quick. Scan for secrets? Nope. Nothing doing. Alright. Well. Yes, we've got to go around. Although it's not before getting into another fight. God damn, the encounter rate in this area is bad. Ooh. Now Kryl is going to have to go drink like another 20 ethers real quick. Hold up. After we're done with this fight. Oh. You idiots. I'm just so like, I just want to be out of here. Making me regen. Oh, for the love of fuck, you are kidding me. It's not dead yet? Seriously. After I hit it for how much damage? Maybe if I'd actually Goblin Punched properly the first turn, it would have actually got there, but hey. I was too busy thinking, you know, just sort of on autopilot there, so... saying I was thinking feels like a bit of a stretch. Meanwhile, this Adamant Golem is the same level as us, so it got exploderated. Oh my god, yeah! You'll love to see it. Now, if only the game could give us more enemies like that, you know? Oh yeah, and of course because Ferris has no MP left because LOL Dancing Dagger in a dungeon full of literally everything being undead. Even the things that make no sense to be undead and their undeadness doesn't seem to actually come into play during the battle at any point. Damn it! I did not mean to do that at all. That was some incredible non-dexterity. Because I was nervous about it toggling over again. Can you guys not do that? Like, just not constantly bully whatever her name is there. Kryl, whose name I forgot for some reason. So I'm the one who looks like I'm being rude now, which, to be fair. Well, the elixir is nice, at least. That sort of makes up for having to deal with that battle. In theory. Ah, here we go. Here's the slab. Or the lithograph, as they're called in this. I don't know if slab is used. I think tablet in some of them, but lithograph definitely does not feel correct. Oh god, we're getting hit by the reverse Sandy Butt's tomb. Oh no, it's just taking us out to the top of them. Bahamut? The whale? Oh, sorry. As a whole bunch of land starts to sink for some reason. That's, peninsula. And it has suddenly been replaced with a peninsula-sized dragon. Ooh. I hope that guy is on our side, or at least not on our enemy's side, because, oh, baby, that thing looks pretty big. Waiting for me on North Mountain, huh? Hmm. Oh yeah, we get a boat! Hell yeah! Fuck yeah! I love vehicles. Oh my god, I really want to go to an inn. Please. Let me just go and collect that boat. Which is not visible on the map. All I saw was off to the east. So I guess we go through this part of the Forest of Moor. Perhaps. And is that our pet dragon again? Oh, Lena was rescued. Oh shit, I'm not prepared for this. Fuck! I didn't save. Apparently enough. When we first fought X-Death as a boss fight at the end of World 2, we did just kind of dunk on him with level 3 flare. Anyway, Lena's been hijacked by Melusion, aka Melusine, if you are using a slightly more correct translation. Because I guess X-Death is just being rude and kind of weird. As he does. Wow, he's just gonna murder Guido. What an asshole. Oh, he stole our library. I was using that location for having a free healing pot to return to. What a dick. I can't believe he's actually thinking this through. The dragon just sort of like falls on Lena for some reason. And there's this weird naked woman. Now, can we at least have a moment to, like, select her abilities and stuff? No, she's still dead. Anyway. Oh my gosh, everybody, look at the comparatively inappropriate display on screen. Anyway. So, Melusine is a boss who changes her resistance to spells constantly. So, I wanted to get everybody scanned before the fight and basically be like, okay, what element is she weak to? So that way I could set up to just abuse that. Now, I think that at least her barrier remains unchanged until it actually says that she's doing a barrier swap. So provided she doesn't get some sort of like interdiction here between our actions, we should be able to just dump some fire damage. And she's got like, I want to say 20,000 HP. So we should be all safe here. Provided that that isn't an impetus for her to have swapped. Yeah, I mean, look at how easy that was. I was all ready to use a strategy, and I wasn't expecting it to just steamroll her, actually. All right, well, okay, everybody, we're past the content that'll get me demonetized. Except on YouTube, where all of my VODs of FF5 have, like, potentially reduced earnings or something. I don't monetize my VOD channel on YouTube. I don't even monetize my main channel on YouTube. I want as few advertisements attached to any of my things, because that's how they'd be monetized on YouTube. Like, if I ever got big enough that I'd get, like, fucking sponsors or anything, I'd just be like, no, absolutely go and suck my dick. I am not taking a sponsorship from some... You know, in terms of monetization, like, yeah, okay, there's ads on this, but I'm sure that even if I were to annul my my affiliate ship with Twitch, they'd still run ads on it, and then you wouldn't be able to get rid of them. But otherwise, my only monetization is this and, like, Patreon. So, basically, the point here is that I don't like that stuff very much. So I'm kind of indifferent to it, but it is also like, guys, it's someone streaming the game. The fact that you want to go about there and interfere with, it just sort of reminds me that I've always held that this would always eventually be sort of a no-go zone for some things in terms of, like, game streaming and stuff. Oh shit, she's dead still. I didn't realize. I mean, it makes sense, but it doesn't make me particularly happy. Anyway, Kry'll fix this, and then we go over here and we White Wind because we have enough mana for that. In a second, everybody is going to be switching back to some different gear, some different classes. Over to the ones where we want to be able to actually gain our abilities for a couple of characters. Anything here weak to fire? Not particularly, but the big in here is that the Neo Gigas is the least weak to fire. How do you feel about bolts? We'll feed you 2 of them. This bag of bolts. He's not impressed. Okay. So I guess realistically we just want to beat him up the old-fashioned way. With things that deal lots of damage. There we go. Good enough. Good enough. Alright. Let's go in here, and again, we're going to start doing some class swaps here. But you go back to being a ranger, because you want... I just had to find it. You want to be able to get multi-attack at some point. And we will add that first attack ability. And we're good for you for now. Alright, so... Then, Ferris can stay a blue mage for now. Kry'll will I think actually stay a black mage for the moment. There is some stuff coming up where we want to do that, but we are also going to now make Lena a monk. And yeah, you can keep blue magic. 'Cause that's pretty good. I don't think monk offers a lot of, like, important abilities, but it's very easy to level up. And the unarmed damage actually seems to be pretty good. Impressively so. Meanwhile, bow damage is just like, no. Mostly because it doesn't feel like hitting half the time. Of course, Lena's HP is still not the greatest anybody's ever seen, but I'll fix that in a second, as soon as Ferris gets a turn. We'll actually have Butts go on defense for a second. Right, White Wind is all the way at the bottom. I just forget where it is 99% of the time, so I'm just like, where is it? It's at the very bottom of the list, you fool. You fool! I'll remember it eventually, I swear. No, I won't. Tree being called Cowpoke, what the fuck? I don't know what you're telling me there, game, sure. And there's Ferris down for the count. Hey, there's our scatter shot going off. That's pretty nice. Let's kick. And we missed the mini mage, or the sleepy, or whatever it's called, I guess. There's some more scatter shots. All right. Ah, yes, I see the yes, that's nice. I understand this is Surrogate Castle. Are you guys going to let me in? I guess not. Oh well. I guess maybe I have to actually just talk to these folks or something. Is it a... Is that it? That would be really silly. Well, okay, not really, but... Oh man, look at the void. Or the end zone, or whatever. That's pretty cool looking. Huh. I really do not pick that out very easily. I'm not good at noticing the buttons, for some reason. Some reason is that I'm dumb! Meanwhile, X-Death is over here just, absorbing places. Like some sort of asshole. Or at least he mostly seems... Well, I guess the place has disappeared, but he's primarily sucking people up. Yeah, he's just eating random towns. What a guy. Oh yeah, that's really gonna work, Butts. I'm just waiting for him to shout back, or what? Mostly because X-Death is a little bit of a clown, and he would. Urgh. Oh, they got our hometown of Licks. They got Licks Butts, and now Butts is very mad about this. I'm sorry. I know it was a really easy joke and it was really bad, but still. Oh, no, that's not why he's so pissed off. Hey, can someone who doesn't drive like a fucking maniac take the wheel here? God damn it! Where's Galoof? Oh, right. And he's just flying around the world this many times. Just in a complete blind rage. Needless to say, X-Death definitely made a bit more of a personal enemy than he already had that day. Go have ourselves a bit of a look around, though. Alright, here's the sealed castle. Hey, he brought us a pot from the Wind Shrine. Hell yeah. That guy knows what's best in life. Or at least worst. We're gonna save, though, because there's some shit in here. Which stands between us and... Why am I talking like that? I apologize. What do you got to say about the book? Seal the weapons we fought anywhere within Kusa Castle. Or hidden lithographs. Got that one. Temple, one is protected by the wind and placed deeper than the ocean floor. One is protected by flame behind the place where the water falls. One is protected by the water. Gate in the way of the seal will be shown to you. Okay, so basically, we've got to do the Fork Tower and some other shit eventually, and here is our Shield Dragon. Oh, hell. Can we run from this? We can't run from this, can we? Can we at least, like, deal damage to it with physical attacks? Yes, which makes it a little bit angry, to put it nicely. How do you feel about ice magic? Oh, right, you've got to fucking reflect. Okay. Well, that's one way to get someone out of... This is why we saved, by the way. Settings. I'm going to go look and see if I have a reset hotkey. I don't think I do. I think I just have to use the menu every time. Well, whatever. That's how it goes. We're gonna be seeing this a lot. I apologize, because we're gonna have to, like, skip through. I could just give somebody the brain jack ability or whatever it's called. The control. There we go. And by somebody, I mean Kryl, because Relay is the only one who has that. As I pronounce it badly again for some reason. I apologize. Kind of. Alright, Krill, where's your control? There we go. Get the air lancet. That's kind of useful. Save. Again. Oh, whoopsie. Okay, so before we insert the thing, let's go ahead and take a quick look at our options again to remind everybody of what the deal is. Hall as hell. I mean, that's how it feels sometimes. We got the Fire Butte. The Fire Butte is a whip, and it has a chance to cast Firaga as an optional effect. That's not amazing, but we may well pick it up at the very end anyway, just because of reasons. We have Yoichi's Bow. Yoichi's Bow is a bow, which means that it has reduced accuracy, but it doesn't care about row. And it has a massive, juicy 30% critical hit rate. Which is still honestly, like, only half impressive. Oh, fuck off with the controller disconnected shit, computer. I understand. Probably the Bluetooth adapter is on drugs or something, but still. We will possibly pick that up. I'm not sure, but it has its uses. Not a lot of them, mostly for raising Hunter, but... The Masamune. This is a weapon we will absolutely pick up, but probably not right away. The Masamune has a pretty nice 10% crit rate, or 15%, I forget. But it's also a katana. It can also be used as an item to cast haste, which is quite nice. It basically means, hey, you never have to equip time magic on anybody. So, kind of handy. Over here, we've got the Rune Axe. The Rune Axe is quite mighty, and it spends your mana in order to deal a guaranteed critical hit, but also it's an axe. Oh boy. So, axes suck for multiple reasons. For anybody who's never played this game before, first of all, to gain the Equip Axes ability for any class that's not the default, that's not the Freelancer, you have to master the Berserker class. They also have some massively swingy damage. So the Rune Axe could be kind of... the Rune Axe is okay, but it's very... very sort of Well, yeah, the Death Sickle, the Doom Axe, is always very good. The Holy Lance. Longinus in later versions, possibly, but I'm not completely sure. This is basically Excalibur, but a lance, and a little bit weaker. Because of reasons. It's because Dragoons aren't allowed to have fun. So in this game, they're like kind of meh, and then... You know, in FF9, Freya basically gets completely marginalized as a character from the plot. And then in 14, they just die as soon as anything looks at them, to a point that it's a meme, etc. Anyway, one of the sealed weapons, the Ninja Blade. The Ninja Blade, aka later Sasuke's Katana, aka later Sasuke's Blade, in order to differentiate the fact that it's not a literal katana. The Sasuke Blade can block attacks, which is kind of nice, actually. I forget what, like, weapon class it is specifically, but I will go look that up right now. Hold on one second. I got a couple of, like, steps I have to do to get here, but hey. 1 second. Well, it's usable with Spellblade. It's a short sword, so yeah. The Ninja Blade is a pretty high chance that we'll pick that up. Very early. Whereas a lot of the others are a little bit flexible. The Assassin Dagger, the button dagger, if you are Nintendo. And by that, I mean they would just change it to something else entirely. This is kind of like a Doomax. It has a chance of casting instant death. 25% probability. It's also compatible with Spellblade. It's kind of nice, but also the fact that it casts death on attack at a 25% rate can be a liability. The Excalibur. The Excalibur is a big, beefy damage dealer that is compatible with Spellblade and has the holy element baked in. Baked in and caked in. And Masamune is 15% crit. I've got the list up now so I can actually read it properly. The Earth Bell, also known as Gaia's Bell later on, has a 25% chance of casting Earthquake, which is one of the possible geomancy effects. But very specifically that. It also boosts earth damage, but otherwise it's a bell, which kind of means that like you can literally only equip that as the Freelancer or a Geomancer. The Apollon Harp, aka the Apollo Harp. This is strange, basically. It attacks as a spell with 75 power and deals extra damage against dragons and undead. And it doesn't care about row. Now, there aren't a whole lot of classes that use harps, but for those that do, this is not bad. That's probably one we'll end up picking up at the very end, though. And the Magus Rod. The Magus Rod, I think, is increases the 3 black magic elements. No, it increases like all elements, basically. I just think that it has those elements to attack with, which is funny as hell. That's kind of useful. Over here, we've got the Sage Staff. The Sage Staff boosts holy damage and casts Raise as an item. And is also strong against undead, but that's about it. So, what we're probably going to pick up to start with here is likely going to be, and these are probably going to sound absolutely, like, deranged. But I believe what we want to do is we want to grab the Yoichi Bow, the Sasuke, and the Excalibur. And then we'll come back for others later. The Yoichi Bow, because we're still raising butts as a ranger, so it'll actually be useful for him, for at least a little bit. And yeah, there are 4 of these throughout the game that we have to go and pick up, which is our goal. Yeah, so let's take the bow. All right, butts, you've got an excellent upgrade for like 5 minutes. And if I decide to raise anybody else with this class, it'll be great also. But hey. You idiot, this isn't FF10. I keep doing that. I apologize. Yeah, look at that damage boost. Oh, that's so good. That's pretty sick. Alrighty. So, we've got that. Our next one was the Sasuke, right? Yeah, there we go. The ninja blade, yes. Bring me that shit. Yeah. Nice. Alright, now, Ferris, because you're still a blue mage, we're gonna give that to you, so... No, we're not, apparently. Can I retract that? Whatever, I'm pretty sure that he'll be able to equip the Excalibur. The Excalibur. Nope, that's a thing for, like, only knights and stuff I get. Ooh, boy, I really fucked up here, didn't I? Anyway. Yeah, we made our choices. So now do we go talk to the stone again and say, hey, I want to get out of here? I believe so. Close enough. Yep, the thing reemerges from the floor, and how fucking noisy do you think that is, by the way? Like... Do you think all the other guys upstairs are just like, oh my god? And he starts talking all these goofballs. Off they go. A bunch of the other dudes just sort of hang out in the void forever. There they go, the Clown Brigade. I'll have to go do some clown shit, as they do. Let's talk to the Pot Man. Because he's got to back up and he's... I suspect that he's struggling, and that's why it takes that long to make one step backwards. We gotta take the long walk around to get to the airship. Are you kidding me? That's not that bad, but still, that's so weird. Alright. Let's save our game, and... then we got some places to go look for. We want to go find Boko, I think, in order to get the magic lamp, which is a thing that will very much come in handy for us in the far future, but the future nevertheless. Alright, come on, Boko. Have ourselves a nice browse around the map. I might require the black chocobo, actually, but as if I remember where to get that. The other thing would probably be to go to the site of the water shrine, as there is something for us to get there. the Valley of Dragons. Place where we go. That valuable. Can we get to Crescent on land there? I see where it is. Maybe the Black Chocobo is like down in that Chocobo forest again. And see, look, this island chain is all connected. Looks like. Very interesting that the world just sort of split to leave. Well, I guess more that like what a strange landmass in general. It's like all the land bridge theories a little bit, right? Whoop. Hello, Mirage Village. Time travelers living in a dimensional end zone, you say, huh? 70 GP for that? Get out of here. Get out of town. Oh, wait. Never mind, you guys live here. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said it that way. Anyway. Magic shop. You guys got anything good? Can I afford it? You got Toad. You got Speed. You've got a couple of other things that I must have missed earlier in the game. Crystal Shield, couple Black Hoods, Circlets, Black Costumes. Let's grab some of those. We have a Black Robe, so I assume that that's already equipped to Trial then. Same with the White Robe. Those. I don't know if the Crystal Shield is better than the shield I currently have. Unfortunately, this is sort of an era before they had notation like that for stuff. So, yeah. It's just like, hey, can you equip it? Sure. Should you? Well, that's kind of up to you, isn't it? Alright, weapon shop. You guys got any good weapons? Well, I don't care about anything for Ranger, that's for sure. But for other folks, by all means, if any of you have any, like, a weapon right here. Nothing for any of our mages. No swords for the blue mage. Well, I guess, to be fair, blue mage is kind of like the red mage of this era, but also it's like as good as old red mage was. Mostly by virtue of the fact that they just gave it access to a bunch of crazy ass shit if you know where to find it. Blue mage, the class that exists to sell more players' guides. Ooh, free pot. Hell yeah. Don't even need to use the inn in this town. 2 merchants in every... Oh. 2 merchants in every store, you say? Well, I don't know where all of them are. Ooh. Somebody in the back of the weapons shop here. We got shurikens. We got a lot of throwing stuff, really. And, of course, the double lance. And this guy doesn't tell us to go to hell because we're talking to him behind the counter. That's good. I appreciate you. Well. 2 merchants in every shop, you say? Well, let's go see if we can find the other magic merchant, then. Oh, there's just a random staircase down. I wonder if that's related. Piano in this town. I haven't been paying attention to monk stuff, bard stuff. Go around the world on a yellow chocobo. Is that actually a thing? And also, how does he detect that? Hmm. I mean, maybe if you set it to music, I'll know for sure about your song, buddy. Strange bird. Oh, I see the strange bird over there. That's a very normal bird, you. Alright, well, here's the back of the magic shop. What do you got? Oh, baby! This is where all the cool shit is. We've got Arise, which is our full life spell. We got Dispel, which is disgustingly expensive, really. That worries me. We've got Doom, aka Death. We've got Asper, which is, I don't know what that is, to be totally honest with you. Burger? No, that's... let's take a look and see if the list will tell me. I feel like I've seen it and it does absolutely nothing. Oh, it's Osmos! Okay, that makes sense. Name doesn't, but hey. We got Quick, which is haste, and then we've got X-Zone, which is really... It sounds really baller. That sounds like a really shitty forum that you went on in the early aughts. But that is, I guess that's the go fuck yourself button, right? That's Banish. There we go. It's a single target ejection spell. It works. But now I gotta figure out how to get to that funny looking bird over there. Oh, excuse me. Apologize. Oh, we should have another armorer then, right? So that's back near the start of town. I kind of appreciate this place is like a weird maze in of itself. Just what a town design, huh? Anything special going on in the inn, by the way? Oh, there's a staircase up I didn't notice before. Oh, they got a second floor. Yeah, you guys have your item shop here. Okay. Buy some of these. We are in no position to max ourselves out, but... may as well see what we're missing. Oh shit, you can buy elixirs here. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's a little bit ritzy for us, but hey. Do it. Unfortunately, there's no no field healers there for Sailor. For Sailor, yeah, okay. Being basically totally unable to talk. Alright, I'm trying to get at that purple chocobo again. Unless I'm going to be required to do the go around the world on the yellow chocobo quests in order to actually get that. Yeah, I'm just sort of going through here, that's all. Oh, I see. So, I'll chocobo correctly. Yeah, sorry, now I'm just reading things in a guide. I actually do not know this part of the game, period. Like, I remember a lot of stats and shit, but in terms of knowing any of this, I may not even have gotten here. Yeah, there we go. This leads up to our friend, the Black Chocobo. We get our favorite music again here. Later, Boko. You're pretty cool, but this is very more useful. Plus, I don't remember if there's a... There is a need for this. I just forget what it is other than in land places the airship can't. Because the airship requires, like, open ground, and this guy requires forest to land in, right? Yeah. See, my memory isn't complete butts. Or complete Barts. Wait. And this is a requirement to get something. I just forget what. Okay, well, here's the village of Moore. There's people here still, believe it or not. Guess X-Death didn't get all of them good enough. Nothing else, it's good to have this music back. Oh, right, yes, I wanted the Chocobo because I think the Black Chocobo is required to get into this location. And I think I might be incorrect, because, like, you gotta go into the falls, right? Might actually be, required to actually use the yellow Chocobo here. Use regular Boko. I also could be completely imagining this, but that seems kind of memorable. Okay, so let's try to hash this out, and I see how many possible places lead in here. And so far, I think all of them are just not really accessible with the yellow Chocobo either, so I might need something different entirely. Oh, I see. It's a thing that we can't actually do. Alright, now I gotta go find Boko again. Stop being a complete bozo. Complete Boko. Wait. Thing off screen. I should probably just tell OBS to not show that anymore. I'm just going to close the capture cursor part there. That's better. I prefer that. An airship icon would be helpful. Alright, let's go pick this up. Because the big thing we need to do is we need to get the submarine. What are you again? Yeah, that's the Fork Tower. So we're not quite ready for the Fork Tower yet, I don't think. But I thought for sure that this was the place that we had to go for the base. No, that's not. Oh, I think I have to, like, defeat the Fork Tower and then it crumbles and that reveals the existence of Catapult, right? Catapult being the name of the base for some reason. Alright, we are going to save here. Just outside of the Fork Tower. Now, here's where things get a little bit unusual. First of all, there's this big force wall in the way. Oh, am I still not allowed? I have to do the island shrine first, huh, don't I? Well, we remember the thing that I said before about this, that it's in the middle of the big bridge. Even if we don't necessarily remember exactly where that is. That's the map screen, not the one I'm looking for. Like I said, I remember this part of the game even worse than most of the rest of it. So, before we plumb the depths of the island shrine here, let's go ahead and save. Not in the memo file. Excuse me. Oh, goody, we got these guys again. Okay. Get some gargoyles once again. Oh, that's a lot of damage. I guess remember that we did like $3 grand there. That way everybody can pile up a little bit here. This might even kill this one. I don't know. No, because we didn't land the crit that time. But that, I think, has mostly equalized them. That's perfect. Yes, good enough. So after I just spent like an hour fumbling around here, doing absolutely nothing, I apologize. Kind of. Alright, we show it a chunk of the book. Island temple protected by the wind lies the second litho... Them. Whatever. Words. I'm bad at using them. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Ah, yes, it's full of the old suction tubes here. Yeah, a druid. That guy looks small and squishy. I'm sure that he's going to prove to not be. Ah, that was quite easy. That's helpful. Hey, nice. Some very good damage taking that one out immediately. Hell yeah. You'll love to see it. And there goes number 2. This next one's going to take a minute, though. But hey, that's how it goes. I gotta heal everybody in a second here. That, or perhaps Lena will just take this guy out. That's fine. Oh, right, I didn't put white magic back on Kryl. I need to fix that real quick. Oops! Oh. Well. There we go. That's good. You're picking up the money. Go back out. Believe that the entire that area is all like hidden paths and stuff. The room that we just came from. Well, not that room. The other one that we went to. As we just kind of get sucked into into a network of hidden paths here after we take the air duct. Are we allowed to, like, do inputs in here? No, there must be a room with switches in it that I can hit. That just really didn't stand out to me. But also, it's very strange for us to have these, like, ventilation shafts. Because I feel like it is. And everybody gets turned old, except for, like, maybe one person. Old doesn't persist after battle, I don't believe. Yeah, which is a bit of a surprise, I think. Anyway, let's go get sucked through the vents again. Feel yourself being sucked out, unfortunately. Yeah, okay, I guess these are the switches. In my brain, that doesn't necessarily register, but okay. That drops us to... I believe the place we actually have to go. Yeah, so that's quite easy, but I'm not done here. I want to pick up, there's more items here to get, so let's do that. Ah, yes, here's an invisible ninja, I suppose. Got boss music attached to him, too. This might be a serious dude. Eh, he's taking some real damage. You accept Doomclaw? You do not. You do not care about Doomclaw whatsoever. Alright. I mean, fair enough. This guy is playing boss music. I shouldn't be expecting that to work, but... Spawn? What's this about Spawn? Well, let's just try to beat on him as hard as the game will allow me to. We still got some rods, right? Yep. And clonk. He's not dead yet, unfortunately. But he is getting beat up. Oh, I see. So he must have just created a duplicate literally right on top of himself. I gotcha. So I guess whenever that happens again... He looks... Yeah, but for some reason he's not invisible, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Maybe he's like those dudes from Kingdom Hearts at the very end of the game. Maybe that's where Nomura got the idea. That's upsetting. That's far enough, and then he explodes. Well. Well, sir, you have not alarmed me whatsoever. Give me your object in the chest. It's a razor ring. That guy's not very good in the current metagame. Okay, no, don't do that. Don't. It tries to equip the Excalibur every time. Oh! Ferris, you clown. You know that thing doesn't... You're just using this as an excuse to say something silly like, I can't do much damage. Gar. Roar. Oh, that was pretty strong. That spell offers no quarter. These guys are attacking me with math spells. What a collection of assholes. It's very funny, you just sort of like... The kick is just like, become horizontal and get launched at your enemies. Like the world's worst frisbee. Okay. Alright. Yeah, give me the suck. I get it. Get an elixir. That's nice. These are usually pretty good, because ordinarily I'd probably have to farm something really weird to get more of those. There's a bunch of chunks around here, for some reason. You may say chunks of what? And that's a good question, Mega Man. Nice! Critical hit on the counter. That removes one of these, the damned. Would you guys like to stop hitting my Blue Mage users? Ever? They're just immediately like, hey, I know, you just weaken your healing. I don't know if these enemies actually have any sort of, like, intelligent aiming AI or anything. That's right. I said intelligent intelligence. Listen, nowadays we do have to differentiate because... yeah, that AI shit has turned out to not be very smart. Either as an investment or just in terms of functionality. What a load of hot, smoldering garbage. Ah, here we go. It's the Tote Avis. He tries harder, and if we underestimate him, we'll die harder. The Tote Avis, usually spelled just T-O-T as opposed to T-O-T-E. Obviously deriving from the German word for death. So, you know, death bird, right? This guy's pretty I almost said beerly, okay. Trying to combine beefy and burly into one word. He's fat, there we go. And he hits like a fucking truck. Oh. Kryl, maybe don't use that, I guess. Because it heals him. Why did you use the bird healing dagger on him or something? That just heals birds? Also, we're just not hitting this guy, like, at all. Oh, man, what an asswipe. Fine, we'll do that. And it's still alive. Ooh. Youch! Crocco's dousing a tailfire. Wait, sorry, wrong game. Still a SNES RPG, but... Butts, take off the fucking blindfold, dude. God, this thing has like, boss levels of HP. Whoa. Poor K. Jesus. Actually, I kind of want to look this up now. All right. Tote Avis. 33,090. And it's level 47, which is, I think, actually a prime number. Why does this thing have 30,000 HP? Why? It's all the Mountain Dewage. God damn it. Oh my god. I'd forgotten about the fucking Mountain Dew Zoo. Mountain Zoo. Oh my god, that takes forever. Get your bitch ass out of here, Kazooie. And it's just worth 7 ABP. That feels like very little, especially when you can combine that with nothing else. And it's just like, oh boy. Thank you, sir. May I have another? I'm kidding! I don't want to fight another one of those! Ah! Alright, well, good. Probably, it's just Kryl. What the fuck are you... Oh, she's using the Air Lancet. Okay. That makes sense. I mean, if she was using a job that could use, like, real weapons, then I wouldn't have to worry about this horse shit, but... I mean, she's level 5 Black Mage. I can probably switch her to something else. It's a good thought, though. I mean, to be fair. Anyway, I guess we'll switch her to a knight, just to have something a little different here. And she actually equips the Excalibur. And you don't have access to the Sasuke katana, I guess. Then what weapon type? Is that one for ninja? That's probably one for ninja. That was really stupid of me to pick that up then. Whatever. I should probably save after that. It's alright. The knight has some benefits to upgrade once you max it out, right? Anyway, displace big rooms. We've got some dudes. We've got a Shade Dancer, we got a Druid, and we got a Red Harpy, which definitely does not look like a... Honestly, killing this guy first is probably a good idea. Yeah, he's got the big nasty spells, so we should probably rip his you-know-what off and feed it to him real quick. I know what I'm doing. Oh, he gave us the muddle. He showed us the pink chocobos. Pink chocobos on parade. Monsters! Oh, that's my least favorite reward. Oh, it's just a mecha head. We fought one of these before. Which means that we know they're weak to lightning. Fuck! I don't have any electric damage on me, do I? Well, let's just beat it up the old-fashioned way. With our fists. Kryl, did you equip the Thornlet as your default armor, head armor? I didn't even look. She probably did. Brian, please. How you doing, Brian? Brisolf. How many other ways can I fuck up your username? Please note that I do it in a way that is intended to not be mean-spirited. I am just joking around, jacking around, jerking around, jerking the gherkin. I got a protect ring. All right, Kral, did you equip the Thornlet? You... Listen, I know that you're like a child or something, but you should probably know by the age of 14 that pointy things hurt you. What are you, fucking Lena, just like walking through the poison plants and then eating them? Well, that fixes that problem, though. And we'll equip the Protect Ring. I think that bestows some regen, if I am not. Oh, right, I have to re-equip my gear after changing, because this game automatically gives you some equipment optimization because it is silly. You've never heard someone say jerkin the gherkin? That's okay. It's probably better that way, but... Anyway. I'm sure I've said that in here at least once, just because it's a pointedly ridiculous phrase. And by it, well, let's just say... Oh. Let's juster say... There we go. I gotta do it correctly. I gotta pronounce the extra letter that was in there. Just straight up jorking it, you know? Anyway, there's an item over here, and maybe for once it won't be monsters. It's a crystal helmet. What kind of crystal is it made of? It's a type of crystal that is stronger than diamond. Okay. I'm with you, I guess. Helmet crystal. I'm not sure if I like that phrase, but... Level 4 quarter, huh? Isn't that just level 1? Wait. That was stupid. Toe kick? Yeah, I sure hope you do. I sure hope you use your toes when you kick. I guess you might, like, just hit somebody with your heel or something. I guess if your only way of, like, doing that is to do an axe kick. Because you're some kind of, like, incredibly flashy individual as a fighter. Ah, yes, I'm a wrestler. My signature move is the octopus hold. If that's true, I'll be very impressed, but it's probably not. My signature move is the octopus hold. I bring this octopus on stage and I just hold it at you. And you just go... Ugh! Meanwhile, the octopus is going, oh god, put me back in the water, please. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh boy, do you want a list? Anyway. We got another The Damned over here to deal with. That is a pretty good misfire animation, because it just looks like the bow just sort of, like, bends backwards. Like, oh, oops! I fumbled real bad! Okay, cool, that thing's asleep. Well, let's just kill it and be fun. If I just did that and I was just like, yeah, I'm out of here, dude. Bye! Later, shithead. Pick up an ether. That makes up for the, like, 50 that we used in the Pyramid of More. Or like the Pyramid of dump more ethers down my gullet. Sorry. We got the Beast Killer. That is an item that doesn't have an icon on it, so I don't know what type of weapon it is. I'm going to guess that it's a kind that no class that we're using right now can equip. Pyramid of use more. Yeah, exactly. God, seriously though, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go back into my item list here and say, yeah, I went into that place with 99 ethers. And I was using a lot of, admittedly I was using a lot of casters here, but yeah, that's about how fucking lost I got in the Pyramid of More. I didn't go resupply after that. I used more than half a stack. Part of it is because in this game, they give you back only 40 MP each, which is not much. 40 MP won't even get you to spend an entire Aga tier spell, or, you know, no Kiraga, no, none of that business. It's a little bit rough, and of course, this game, this is the way your mother likes it, Trebek, this game does not like to give you large amounts of them. There are shops where you can buy them, but by the standards of usable items, they are disgustingly expensive. As always, just kind of a staple of the land of the Final Fantasy, especially in this period, where they're just like, okay, yes, mana recovery has to be an absolute bastard bitch. They're not that much, thank goodness. They're like $1,000 each or something. I think it's only 1,000, but it is still kind of like, you're kidding, right? Sort of prices. What kind of a sick fuck? Oh, right. Looks over at all the guys at Square Enix in this particular era. Back when they were just Squaresoft, you know? Do we just go through there? And yeah, here's another save point. I'm feeling confident that we don't have to tent here. We're at the top of the place, but there is some stuff for us to pick up first. And I'm not talking about the random encounters. But hey, these are probably going to be a... Oh, buddy! Yeah, another one of these chuckle fucks here. And they don't fall asleep very easily, do they? And now Ferris is back to dealing, like, mage caliber physical damage. And by back, I mean, honestly, been in that position for a fucking while. But... yeah, on account of the fact that we don't really have a ton of great weapons in that category no more. Because it turns out that the type of weapons that I thought I was getting out of Yakuza Castle were not actually the ones that were equipable by blue mages. I'm stupid. Anyway, yeah, we get to fight the Tote Avis here again. The Hauling Bird. When I saw that monster in a box earlier... Oh god, did it just try to cast Break on us? May have peed myself a little bit there. I need to kill this thing faster, somehow. Anyway, when we saw that monster in a box earlier, I was absolutely expecting it to be a Tote Avis. Thank goodness it wasn't. It was some garbage that I don't even remember. But, yeah, that guy sucks. I'd like to stop seeing that fucking thing now, if I could avoid it. All that work for a dark matter. God, we extracted so many of those out of the Pyramid of Moor earlier that, like, what do we even need to... Slonin? Is that what we're going with for the... That's good, actually. That's funny as shit. Then again, it's FF5. It usually is pretty funny. I'm sure they're called something a little bit more dignified sounding in the newer translations. You know, or at least something that's not Slonin. You know, it may not necessarily be terribly badass sounding, but at least it's not Slonin. Although, like any good ninja-style enemy, they are hard to hit. Hey, we gained something, but I was mashing too hard to know what it was. Hooray! What else is new? Whatever, we can just crack the menu open, and it was Kryl gaining a level of being a knight, I believe. Listen, all that really matters here is that we're gonna wait to use those until... See him live on MXC, yeah. Oh, for the love of... Oh! Oh, boy. Another one of these. Another one of these, that's all. Do you respond to, I mean, we can hit him with Blowfish, I guess. Which is dealing a very unimpressive amount of damage, but compared to our physical attack, ooh, baby. Right, sure, Brian. Holy shit, I forgot. Taff, I forgot that you would be the person who would, like, be the exact person to make a fucking MXT follow-up joke. Oh my god. Can't cheese the fight? I don't believe so, no. Does it? It's immune to earth, it absorbs wind. It's immune to death, petrify, like, all the fun stuff. You can't stop it. You just have to beat its ass. Its level is 47, which means that it's immune to level 3 flare. Means it's also immune to level order. Dark Spark rounds up in terms of amount of levels removed, I believe. Which would put it to level 23, which in addition to also being a prime, is one level off from being able to hit it with level 4 quarter. Poop in its mouth. I mean, on some level, I'm arguably trying. That's right, we're handling it in the Conquer's Bad Fur Day way, which makes a little bit of weird sense after I just called it Kazooie earlier. Anyway, now that we've fought 3 of those effing things... God, it's like you... It would be like going into a place and you just fight fucking Warmack 3 times. Anyway, Ferris has mastered Blue Mage, which you can tell by the fact that it says MASTER on there. Hell yeah, Red Mage, Blue Mage, that's the only classes that we've mastered for this goofball. That's the way you do it. You play the guitar on the MTV. Where the fuck is Samurai? I want to equip you with a katana for some reason. Mostly because... I was gonna say it's mostly because Gil Toss is actually quite useful. Because it's strong as fuck. And you equipped the Thornlet, didn't you? That's not such a great idea. The Katetsu is... it's decently strong compared to the other thing. As we get a Circlet. Be confused with a Thornlet, which is something different. Starts making you leak everywhere. Oh my god, really? 2 in a row? Bruh. Bruh. God, I just rewatched Sears' FF5 video today too, so it's just like, hey, I got to see that guy get punked by 2 of these fuckers in a row. Unlike him, I'm not a complete psychopath, so I actually use my menu. So I can probably take this fight. Probably. Oh, okay, you're just trying to make me sound like an asshole now, aren't you? Well, fair enough, but... Alright, come on, Tote Avis. Give me your lunch money. Not that way, please. I prefer it in a non-projectile form. Although, I mean, now that you mention it. Hey, how much money is this deal? That's pretty good! Just throw a bunch of coins at him like you're Goemon from the Mystical Ninja series. Not the actual historical figure that he's based off of. That would be odd. Anyway, let's tent again and then save. And then, I guess, just really, really hope that this goofy-ass game doesn't decide to send me into a third Tote Avis in a row right after I enter the room again. Because let me tell you, if that happens... there'll be a reaction, that's for sure. Alright, pick this up, and it's the goofball. It's only a group of little girls. Hey, stop saying things like that about Barris. Come on. It's Stoker. Bram Stoker? No, that'd be a little bit odd. Okay, so if I recall mechanically how this fight works, it's that only one of these is real. And you just kind of have to poke around until you find the one that actually... I assume that it reshuffles after every attack. After every landed attack, and the answer is no. Maybe it's only under certain actions. But yes, I believe in newer versions, this guy is called the Wendigo, which, yeah, we've talked about that name before. And that's not such a thing to necessarily be tossing out there, but you know, I'm doing it in the documentarian sense, supposedly. Ah, shit. Okay, now Buddy is shuffling things around a little bit more. Be honest with you, I don't know what happens if you use any sort of AoE a move on him, and I'm not sure I want to find out. I have a feeling that would be bad. Berserk. That's not a good thing to have going around during this fight, period. Damn it, Kryl. Ooh, ouch. I may have to, like, disarm somebody and have them slap Kryl. Brain suck! Oh, if I had just had somebody with learning available. If I had been smart about that, I could have Mind Blast, but I didn't realize. Oops. Alan, please. He moved. Oh, he's casting Minion. Butts, of course. Well, the classic. I guess we'll White Wind everybody. And now that Butts should be, like, doing all of 1 damage or something, you know what? Fuck my entire fucking life. I'm a little unhappy about how that went, to put it nicely. Kryl, get up. And be less dead or something. Anyway, yeah, how's it going, Alan? Hope you're having a good evening. Nice to see you. I hope work didn't suck too much. It's past 4th of July. Hopefully you're not getting the complete weirdos today. Easy night. Well, that's always kind of nice. Alright, yeah, these guys are gonna... These guys are gonna just sort of melt down here a little bit, I guess. Yeah, that would have been pretty good. Hey, 20 is pretty good. And we get S-Slap, which is, I don't remember what that is. It's not Coin Toss, though. That's the big thing here. It's like Surface Slap or something. Wait, no, that's for a different class. That's for being a fisherman. Samurai, performs a normal physical attack but hits with the dull side of the blade, giving it a chance to inflict paralyze. Earlier versions of the game, due to a bug, the paralyzed aspect of the ability does not work, making it the same as a normal physical attack except without dispelling confusion or control. So I guess it's like Scabbard Slap or something, I don't know. Side Slap. Sword. Hey! And the gates to the Fort Tower have opened, rendering it the Spoon Tower. Wait, no, that would be silly. Never mind. I see, taken at the same time, or they will explode. Oh boy, yeah. The Fort Tower, that place is kind of scary, and Butts just reverts back to being Mini after the cutscene. That's pretty goofy. Alright. Let's un-Mini Butts, so that way he can be back to regular size Butts. just save real quick. We gotta unclimb the tower real quick. That way, hopefully I don't get... You can't lie, you like big butts. Yeah, let me just unclimb this tower real quick and hopefully not get pecked in the ass by one of those giant birds again. That'd be pretty nice. Ah, yes, here we go again, the Slownins. This rude but hilariously named enemy. They called you slow! How dare you call me the... Boy, you are slow! Something said, not good. I'm fucking up all of my, like, intonations and... Get the hell out of here! That's what anybody's saying to me whenever they hear my voice. Anyway, after we kick that guy's butt, we are able to continue to just keep going into another encounter that's like 2 steps away. Bro, you were like 2 inches away from being the 3rd encounter of this in a row. Not counting the boss, but that's a set encounter, so I think that one doesn't count. Because it's not subject to any RNG. Damn, this game really wants me to keep seeing this ugly fucking bird. Nice. Love that animation. I believe that was our crit animation there. Alright, now just don't cast break and everything will be fine. Okay, that does damage, but like, everything will be fine. I swear. Even with this accuracy, everything will be fine. But also, good lord, did all of you put your Punch-Out speedrun blindfolds on? Whoa! Lennon gained a class level. Good. Someone's got to class up the joint. Or something. Fine, I probably... I'm gonna regret saying that in a minute, but hey. Here we go, some more druids. And red harpies. Yes, they love to do that to us because we've got our 2 level 44 party members here. Thankfully, nobody in our party is susceptible to level 3 flare, because that would probably be way worse, actually. Oh no, Ferris has had too much rum. Or something. Hey, cool, we got rid of that guy. That's fine, even though I don't really like it too much. Hey, Lennon's getting the counter. Wait, fuck, then I don't get to White Wind. Ah! Boo, whatever. Hooray, we got Guild Toss. Yeah, and Trial gained something else. A job level, but I wasn't paying too much attention to anything past that. But we got Diamond Armband. That's a thing that I don't believe we need any more of right now, so... Is this not a path through? I guess not. I'm dumb. Oh well. Alright, now Lena can heal us. Except for butts. Well, isn't that lovely? Get up, you clown. Alright, fine, Krill. I guess you're on healing duty. I don't know why I sound like I'm upset about it, but whatever. Alright, well... we get one of these. Let's try to take these out as fast as possible. Is this completely blocked? Yeah, it is. Guess that makes sense, but hey. Our ability to give ourselves more preemptive strikes is working pretty good here. I'm pretty sure Butts still has it equipped. Take that guy out if we can. Yep. He's a bit of a problem. I wasn't sure if he was considered to be back road compared to the Red Harpy or not, but good, we don't have to think about it. Don't gotta think about that at all. And that knocks Kryle out. Bright flash for some reason. Alright, get sucked, and... oh yeah, we have to toggle that one, because it's 2 up in order to get out, I believe. Get sucked back into the air vents. Crawling around through the air ducts like we're in Half-Life again. And I kind of want to go play Black Mesa again sometime. Ah, everybody's turned old. Well, there we go. We have done it. We have completed the Wind Shrine, the Island Shrine, pardon me. Not the Wind Shrine, that's the place from the beginning of the game. Meantime, let's go and find ourselves the castle. This is the wrong castle, isn't it? Yeah, this is the surrogate castle. But you can possibly hit the button. Getting some fights, yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, it's pretty easy. Take any weapon that you desire. Who else will use them? Take anything in the castle you need. Alright, well. Hopefully the chests aren't going to be riddled with monsters due to disuse or something. But you guys still got some shopkeepers here. You've got a regal cutlass. I don't know how useful most of this shit is gonna be, especially because of like a wide variety of reasons. Armor is the stuff that I need to actually pay attention to. That and I guess usable items. Plus, we're only missing the 2 magic spells, right? We're only missing Flare and Holy. Going to magic. Yeah, like our time magic. Technically looks like there's a place for one more, but X-Zone, I think, is actually the last one on the list. So, yeah, does this guy have any useful equipment? He's got slightly outdated stuff, unfortunately. This is not a place where we can buy those expensive-ass rings either, unfortunately, but hey. Big ol' library here. Can you tell me anything about this? Received Weird Ronka. Oh, he's too heavy. Okay, yeah, so... I gotcha. No. TV shelf? No. That one was like Register of Monsters or something. And this one is Forbidden Book. Okay. Good normal thing to just have lying around. Put that back. Oh, we were headed that way anyway because we're kind of exploring the zone. Odd magic that lets you levitate. We have float. Yeah. So, I mean, we shouldn't really need that. Maybe we got it earlier. Well, got it here earlier. Obviously, we got it earlier in general because we have it already, but... you know what I mean. Probably. Hey, yeah, there's float. Like I said, we already had that. But that's useful to have it in a place where you can just get it for 0 monies. See, the books have kind of just returned to their shelf, though. Their desks. Ooh, we got the Song of Speed. All right. Well, that's okay. I've been very non-diligent in getting the Bard songs, so we're not going to be able to complete that anyway. But hey, neat. Anyway, that was the wrong castle. Let's see if I can remember where it is specifically. The answer is probably no. I do wish the map had a little bit more detail, but hey, it was 1992. And this is a slightly later port of that, so what do you expect, I guess? Also, I forget if there's some lore reason for it, but I think it's interesting that X-Death is just like, okay, yeah, send guys to go stop these dudes from picking up the, as they're called in this, lithographs, as opposed to just eat the castle with the void. Maybe he doesn't have enough power for that. But again, I forget if there's a lore reason for it. Might not have been fully explained. Might have been only half explained, and that'll cause the rest of my brain to just slide out of my ear. And I know that that sort of complaint is just, like, the usual about anything like that, but I think it's just also because, like, X-Death manages to straddle the line between being kind of a clown and also being an incredibly serious enemy. If any of the big Final Fantasy bosses up until this point would be able to, it'd be him. And then after that, Kefka, but that's a whole other ball of wax. Ah, right, here we go, because we had to do some very stupid walking around to get to this thing. Anyway, it's sealed castle time, which means, you know what that means, everybody. It means we fucking save before we start exploring here, just in case we get ambushed by the shield dragon again. Yeah, hey, there he is again. Well, I guess we can just try to kick his butt the old-fashioned way, and by the old-fashioned way, I mean he's got lots of HPs. And he just casts Confuse on everybody, so that's fun. As Butts just shoots himself in the ass for a huge amount of damage. And, of course, Lena got berserked. Wow! This thing sucks. This is an enemy you really usually want to have some sort of strategy for, a specific counter strategy for, really. And there's the Zombreath, which it hits somebody, I guess. I'm not totally sure. So, you know, things are a little bit weird here. I guess don't press that then. And there's Lena taking the very large amount of damage that typically comes out of that sort of thing. And he escaped. What an ass. Well, it doesn't appear that anybody actually got zombied. I know that the best way to deal with that is just control him and then use whatever that move is. It does like 5,000 damage to itself every time. But we'll worry about that later. For now, we're coming in here to pick up this thing, the Masamune. Seems pretty handy. That's the Holy Lance. We don't need that just yet. We want the Assassin Dagger. And I will also take, because we keep ending up with mages in our party, I'll take the Magus Rod, I guess. After this point, the rest of them are not necessarily, like, super important to pin down exactly what we use, but there will be quite a few of value. In fact, in general, I think it would be worth getting all 12 of them. We do definitely want to go to a couple of those dungeons. History Falls is an important place to go to, and to do that we have to go to the Fork Tower first, but... Oh hey, the music didn't change as we encounter X-Death Soul. And he's opening the fight by being a real asshole, I see. As is his wont in life. Quite unfortunately, he is weak to Holy. I mean, that's quite nice because we have that thing, but I wanted Kryl to be able to do some healing this turn, and instead, we have to relegate that elsewhere, I see. Oh dear God, why are none of you hitting anything? Fuck's sakes. Stop that. Oh my God. Ugh. I should have had Butts equipped with a healing ability, because that would probably be helpful here, but... Yeah, Arise costs 50 mana, by the way. 50 mana for a full healing revive. Shit, man. That's insane. The costs on some of these are just really gross. And I swear to God, dude, he always... I'm so fucking pissed off right now. This fight is just... There's a lot of fights that I could be like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen, but... honestly, this isn't one of them. It is, however, deeply annoying. Especially because it keeps seeming like he is hitting us with the kill spells during the turns of our blue mages, who would be the ones who would be better suited to casting the heal spells, as opposed to having to waste their time rezzing people. And also, apparently nobody in my party can hit the broadside of a fucking barn today. Like, wow, this guy's evasion is absurd. What happened? When did I... Yeah, and see, just like... Well, I guess at least Ferris's HP is not as good as it could be, so... It could have been during Lena's turn, and then I would have been really, really mad. Once again, this is why we save before we enter the castle every time, because he keeps doing this. I love War-Mech style fights. But hey, we got Scattershot for butts. That's what we wanted out of life. He's got... I think he needs to upgrade his Sorcerer class the rest of the way. But then after that point, once we get Mime, he is basically ready to go. Yeah, we'll equip the Scattershot now, and I will equip the Excalibur, which is the Excalibur idea. Instead, we're equipping the Assassin Dagger for now. Yeah, here, give me some more of that spring water here. As opposed to water you get in any other season, I guess. And right, don't just walk straight to the right. We do this, and... Now I get to go, where's the closest settlement? Because... Wouldn't you know it, there aren't necessarily a whole lot of those left. Because X-Death is thinking ahead. And also kind of a dick. So, I mean, hey... Alright, we have to come here to Tool Village, and... You guys have an item shop, right? I just don't remember where it is. Should have a sign outside, because it's not in the pub, it's not in the inn, right? This is a town where it's an individuated thing. That's Zock's house. I'm being an idiot here. And just here, nowhere else. Beginner's house? That doesn't sound like item shop to me. Maybe in the inn? Yeah, because that's the other place they usually are, is in the inn. And you guys don't have Phoenix Downs, do you? Damn. Well, whatever. We'll stock up on tents. Truth be told, I probably don't need that many Phoenix Downs. It just always bothers me to not have full anything. Oh well. We'll hash that out next time. Next time we will be taking on the Fork Tower, Eastery Falls, probably some other shit. And not quite be ready for the final dungeon yet, probably, but we'll find out when we get there. We also should make sure that we pick up that Mime Crystal at some point. Ew, I can't believe I'm suggesting we should become mimes. Horrible.